to another episode of Stand On It. I'm your host, Fasad.
I'm your host, Byron, and we're here today with Mr. Titus Willis, a true testament of not where you start on the road, but the road that's traveled now and where you headed. And just introduce yourself and let us know the road that you're on now and where you headed.
Well, my name's Titus Willis, and I ran for city commissioner and mayor here inside of the city of Owensboro. And I'm involved inside of multiple community organizations, and really, I just want to see Owensboro better. So,
How old are you?
I'm 24,
24.
24 years old.
24.
He ran for city commissioner how many times? Once?
Twice. I ran for
Twice.
city commissioner twice. I ran the first time whenever I was 21, and then I ran for mayor whenever I was 22, and then I ran as a write-in candidate for city commissioner again.
At 24 years old, there's a lot of things that you could be doing, but this is what you decided to do. Why? Why? Yeah, I mean, you were passionate about this. Like, where did that come from?
Well, really, I just remember growing up inside of Owensboro and seeing it go through all of the stages. And whenever I took my children on a trip to Washington D.C. And whenever I was learning about the history of the United States and all the things that people was doing to better their communities all throughout history, I was like, well, what am I doing for my community? So whenever I got back to Owensboro, I started noticing different things that maybe I could engage inside of, and maybe I could maybe be an asset to. So I just started studying it and getting involved inside of it, and that's how it went.
So, like, what were what are some of the things that you've seen that you just like, man, this has to change. This needs to change in this community.
Well, it really starts with it's really a class thing. Whenever I would see the people whenever I seen the people around me, I noticed that it wasn't the same as a lot of the other people outside of the realm that I grew up inside of. Because I grew up around a lot of people that was inside of the struggle. So whenever you see a lot of the youth out here dealing with with the everyday struggle of growing up inside of Owensboro, Kentucky, inside of poverty and lower income, then I started realizing that there's not a lot for the youth to do. There's not nothing for the youth to do here inside of the city of Owensboro. Whenever you get outside of Owensboro, you see all of these other cities got so much for the youth to do. But there was nothing for the youth to do right here inside of the city of Owensboro. And I got tired of seeing families have to leave Owensboro to go to Lexington, Louisville, Bowling Green, Evansville, Henderson, just to get basic necessities and just to have basic family fun. And I was like, that's one of the main that's the root right there that's really causing a lot, because if you're not an educational elite, or you're not financially elite, or you're not into sports, then outside of that there's really nothing for you to do, you know. So you got to fit inside of one of them criteria, or you're out there with the wrong people and you get inside of the wrong environment, and you become a product of the environment that you come around. So I seen that, and I wanted to kind of put a disrupt in and kind of break the chain that I seen in the cycle that I kept seeing. And I just started noticing how, yeah, just different things that involve city government, on how, you go to down Fifth Street, and you got the liquor store, the church, you got the liquor store, a church, you got a bar, you got all the necessities that you need, and you got government housing. So it's like they're keeping people inside of this
Bubble.
particular area
Yeah,
just
and
inside
keep
of
you in a
town.
bubble.
And I wanted to kind of
Yeah, they keep
make
you
things
inside the
better.
struggle.
Yeah,
I mean, we hear the podcast to stand on. So we're
Yeah,
gonna stand on.
stand on it.
yeah,
I mean, you speaking a lot of facts. You
You
know what I'm
are.
saying?
You are.
That's not just a problem here in Owensboro, Kentucky, but I mean, it's a problem throughout the whole nation. You know what I mean?
exactly.
I
Yeah,
mean, a lot of places are afflicted with that type of situation.
yeah.
Young kids, they wake up and, like you said, man, look over here, there's a liquor store. Look over here, there's a liquor store. There's, you know, this type of situational crime going on. So,
Yeah, but then it goes further than that, on an even deeper route, because then you go down the street, and then you got the health office, then you got the Patino shelter, then you got the homeless shelter right there. You got all these resources inside of this area, And how come it's not spread out? How come you don't see? How come they don't want to take downtown all the way downtown? That's just you know.
That's
But
true, man. Because now you say you got all the help centers, the homeless shelters around there. Now the homeless, they congregate at the
yeah,
park that the kids and the want to hang out at, and now
but
it's kind of hard for them to hang out there because
but
I
you
mean,
notice whenever they tried to disrupt it a little bit, and things got shooken up a little bit, and you started noticing the homeless people started going to other parks, and then it ended up on the news. It was on the news everywhere. All the homeless people are all, it's a big problem. They're at these parks. They're at these locations. But once they went right back to that location where you know these locations where they was predominantly at to begin with, nobody talks about it again. So we got to
So
get these
basically,
outreach
those places that
programs
you talk about, Kendall Perkins Park being a predominantly black
right.
park.
And
You know what I'm
mechanic,
saying?
yeah,
In the black neighborhood, there's no ruckus about it. There's nobody's caring about it. But if they were to go, Moreland Park, Legion Park, York
right.
Park, those type of places
yeah.
there,
Now it's on
that's
the news.
just now it's on the news.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I can see it.
I
yeah.
can
I
too.
can see it being that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, just that. So those type of things is what led you to want to stand up for your community and the people in it and say, okay, we need a change, right?
Yep. And I wanted to prove to the youth that you can do anything that you want to with your life, no matter where you come from, what your background is, what your class is, your race. It don't matter. And whenever I ran, I didn't think I was gonna win. To be honest with you, I was taking a stand for something bigger than myself, and that's really what it
So I'm
is.
happy you said that because I mean, I was gonna ask you, like, honestly, like, I voted for you, I voted for you, but did you honestly think your first time you was gonna get over that hump and win?
No, I didn't think I was going to, just because whenever you look at the history of who has won, it's almost been the same last names going all the way back
Oh
to
yeah,
so
oh yeah, you gotta have that name to get the vote. Most of these people out here, they don't even know who you are. They just read your last name and put you down.
yeah. But now I think we got a chance progressing into the future with how much knowledge that I've
Hmm.
acquired in city government.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. So, are you? So the plan for you is to stay in the politics and to keep pushing forward and keep trying to get into office so you can make a change. Is that what your plan is? Well,
Oh, well,
what's
that's
your
not what
future
I
plan?
want to do.
Okay,
That's
go
not what I want to do. That's what I got to do. So that's what I got to do. That's what I feel like. That's like my what my mission from God is. That's what I feel like I have to do. But that's not really what I want to do. I want to get a PhD inside of theoretical physics. That's what I would like to do. That's what I started going to college for. I started going to OCTC to get my basics in science, so I could go off to a 4-year university, and even if it's right here at Prussia, to get my PhD in theoretical physics.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah,
seem like a man with a plan.
Yeah.
yeah,
Everybody needs one. I mean, and just to be, you know, 24 and be where you're at today, grounded. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Because I've known you your whole life. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I remember when your mom came home from the hospital.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Makes me feel, old. And, like I said, man, we all have a story. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We all come from somewhere, you know what I mean? And where we come from may not be where we're at today or where we're headed today. You know what I mean? But to see you, being the man that you are today, it's like, yeah, man. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Put a
Thank,
smile on you. Put a smile on your face. You're
thank
very intelligent, man. You know what I mean? And every time that I see you and talk to you, it's nothing but pure, sincerity coming from
you.
you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's genuine about the things that you say. You know what I'm saying? You're not just sitting here saying things because it sounds good or because you're trying to get a like or because you're chasing some type of quote unquote clout. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? From others, man. Like you are definitely standing on, everything that you're speaking on right now. You know what I'm saying? And you're passionate about it. And it's just like, man, I salute you for it.
thank
Hmm.
Because, speaking for myself, man, I was nowhere near that at 24. You
you.
know what I'm saying? That was like the least thing that I was thinking about, or you know what I'm saying? At 24, I was part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? That may have been,
Yeah.
whatever the problem was, I was probably, helping in that problem. You know what I mean? But
Yep. And I had a lot of time to think as a juvenile as well because I got in trouble as a juvenile often. So I was in I went to juvenile detention. I went to Warren Regional Juvenile Detention 11 times. So I went there 11 times, and whenever you're inside there and you're sitting there and you're staring at that brick wall for 8 hours out the day, not able to move your eyes, talk to anybody, heading out straight forward. I still remember the line rules before you stand up. Well, I ain't gonna say all that, but
That's crazy.
but I mean, it is crazy.
yeah,
But like what he's talking about is that structure, bro.
Mhm.
yep.
You
I
know what I'm
went to a militarized boot camp inside of Eastern Kentucky, and so all of that as a juvenile, I kind of got that structure, and none of it helped me besides the boot camp. I went to a youth development center, is what it actually is, classified nowadays. But that's the only thing that whenever I got there, it kind of they had a program implemented. Whenever they send some of these juveniles that they're sending to these juvenile facilities don't have any program implemented inside of the facility, so they're learning nothing. They're just going there
Doing
and
their
they're
time and going home.
yeah, and they're not even having group, not talking to anybody, not negotiating with their peers, nothing like that. Seeing
No
what's going on, yeah, no rehabilitation at all. So whenever you implement these youth development centers inside of the program, instead of sending juveniles to the juvenile facilities, they actually learn something. They learn structure. You get a job. You get paid. Like inside of the boot camp, the work that you do there, you get paid for. You get to get sodas and you know what I'm saying. So you're learning some structure that you may have never seen before. Whenever you come from certain realms, the way that certain people, what I'm saying, grow up, you may not never been around that kind of environment. So
Right.
that takes people out of a whole entire different bubble and wakes them up and shakes them a little bit, shows them a different reality.
So for the youth that we have watching, and some that may be, having different difficulties right now, because we all been young, the peer pressure and just what it is to be young.
Yeah.
Because you're closer in age to some of our audience, what I'm saying, than I am, and what Basad is. What would you tell them right now in the moment? Like, what would be your advice to them to kind of steer them in that right direction?
My advice would be knowledge. Knowledge is power, and whenever you study everything around you, you start understanding what's outside of yourself, and you start realizing that there's so much. You have so much opportunity inside of the United States of America. You can literally do anything with your life if you can figure out what works and do it. I feel like that would be what's best. Really, just study and just keep studying. Question everything, and never. Well, I won't say that, but I think don't work for money and find a way to make money work for you. It's a financial would be a financial advice. So all of these things kind of in one, but the
Yeah.
pursuit of knowledge is one of the main
You gotta
things.
have that
Just
knowledge.
keep
If
your
not,
nose
then
in the
you ain't going. If you ain't got the knowledge, then it's gonna be hard to
yeah.
get this money. You know what I'm saying? And in the right aspect to get to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but in
yeah.
life in general, also just knowledge as in education and actually figuring out how the universe itself works. Or at least that's what really did it for me, just learning about like just protons and stuff like that. But that's my interest as well, so some people might not find that beneficial, but just learning how protons were built up like I mean, not protons, atoms, like how atoms are built up of protons and neutrons and electrons. You got the proton that's built up of three quarks, two upwards quarks, one downwards quark, making it positive, and the quarks are held together by, all these things. And the strong nuclear force, and then the neutron is three quarks, one upwards quark, two downwards quark, making it neutral. And then they come together to form the nucleus. They come together to form the nucleus of the nucleus, and the electron is spinning around them inside of a
Yep.
superposition inside of the electron cloud.
I
You
don't
know what I'm
know.
saying? All of
Yeah,
this.
I didn't learn about this.
So it's
I didn't go to school after.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
like I'm not. It's not that I'm not educated. I'm just saying, man. Like
You
I
educated
mean,
in a different way.
yeah, I'm educated in a different way. I mean, I got a GED. I got my GED before most of my class, but I mean, I understand the scientific of what he's talking about. But you know, in the realm of what we're speaking on, you know, some people be like,
What are you talking about?
what's he talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where is he going with that? But still, you know, I know that's what you said you're into. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You're gonna go to school to you know study that and go forward. But what I'm wanting to know, and I know other people want to know, is being 24, running for city commissioner twice, running for mayor once. How did those campaigns go?
Now, okay, before you answer, I won't cut you off. I seen the Facebook. I seen I seen people they was talking bad, who's this Titus, Titus this, Titus that.
Yeah.
Please let these people know that, because I know personally that how people have funding.
Mhm.
I just know that I know he did it out of his own, man. And like, you got done wrong. I don't like how they did you.
Yeah.
I mean, give everybody a fair chance. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll let you speak on it though, man.
So the first run was pretty interesting. I did get 2,000 votes. I got 2,000 votes the first run, and I didn't accept any contributions or donations from our campaign at all. And we just, I think it went well. I went and knocked on over 3,000 doors all by myself. And everyone that I talked to was pretty nice and respectful. I feel like one of the main things that I faced was trying to finish out of the political realm with people that was extremely political whenever I'm not that political in the sense of partisan. So that was very interesting. I think and I kind of noticed like certain things, and I would ask questions, and a lot of people don't like people that ask too many questions. So like one of the main and on my last race, whenever if you're talking about the write-in candidate race, I ran as a write-in candidate for city commissioner, and they didn't allow me to go to any speeches, any gatherings, any not gatherings, but they didn't allow me to speak at any gatherings, any events that was hosted through different organizations and stuff like that. They didn't contact me or offer me any endorsements like they did everybody else, and so
But being a write-in
it,
is
it
permissible. Like you can be a write-in
Yeah,
candidate.
anybody can be a writer, right?
Okay.
but
So when you're a
not
write-in
anybody can
candidate,
be a write-in candidate. So you got to file with the KREF, and you got to get a and you got to file your intent to run, and then you got to go through the you got to go to the courthouse, and then you got to pay to run for as a write-in candidate, and then they put your name inside of a system, and you got to write your name in 8 different ways that you may spell your name, and then they put your name in the system. So if you ran and you got 2,000 votes, but you didn't go through that process, and you ran as a write-in candidate, then you wouldn't be elected because you didn't file for an attempt state with the state of Kentucky, saying that you're going to be a candidate and you adhere to financial regulations and policies for campaign for your campaign, and then you also got to register your campaign with the city.
so but you did all those
Yeah,
steps.
all
Yeah,
the steps.
yeah,
They
and you got to
still
pay
shut you
for it
down.
as well. Yeah,
But every step that you're supposed to do, you've done those steps,
yeah,
and they still didn't allow you any of the other things that they allowed every other candidate.
yep.
Do you think being a young 24 black man did had a part in that? Be honest, like, it's cost standard. I honestly do. I think you're past, and then you being 24, they look at you like you're a little kid. They do, because you're 24.
I think they most definitely probably thought that I didn't have the ability to do anything about it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's probably what they was thinking inside of their minds. But and I also didn't want to really do anything about it inside of the sense of of pushing back because um, obviously I researched it to see because I think a lot of I questioned everything, so I researched it and I was like, well, what has this ever happened? And it's happened multiple times to different individuals throughout history, and those individuals had uh, took it to court, and I wasn't gonna go down that route, so I was like, okay, well, let's just leave it here and we'll run again.
But do you feel? I mean, because the choice is yours to make. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The choice is definitely yours to make. But do you feel that that's beneficial not to at least fight back or be heard in the sense of that? Because if you've done everything that you are supposed to do to be able to be a writing candidate, to be able to be a candidate, period, and then it comes down to every other candidate being able to speak, get their points across, and let the community, let everybody know this is what I'm going to do if I'm elected. This is what I'm going to bring to our community. You know what I'm saying? The thoughts, the ideas, and the movement, and yours not even being heard on. So how can how can it be taken serious? And I'm not saying I'm not taking you serious, but
Yeah.
how can anybody else that doesn't know why Titus Willis' name's up here and who this is and what he's about, how are they supposed to know that to even come vote for you if you're not given that chance and opportunity like everybody else?
Well, I had to put in more determination and hard work than the well, I had to at least think I did. I had to do as much as I possibly could and give my all into that thing. So I had to scour through the internet and figure out when these meetings was going to be hosted. And I had different voters calling me, telling me, "Hey, Titus, did you know that these people are down here right now meeting?" And I'm like, "Oh, are they? I'm on my way right now." And I'm always dressed like this every single day,
That's
everywhere I
another.
go.
So that's another thing.
Hey,
You have to
I'm
be
driving down the street. I pull
Definitely
straight up. I got my notebook and
he's
everything.
definitely suited and
What y'all
booted.
talking about? And I'm shaking hands, and all the other political opponents is like, he's like, how do you know he's a write-in candidate? How's he here? And I'm just there, and I'm shaking hands, and I'm talking to people. I'm still there. And then whenever they're hosting the debates, I show up at the debates, and I sit right there inside of the front row. So you just got to make yourself still be seen, and still have that determination, and don't back down, and you got to instead of because you start with that determination, like, okay, I'm gonna go as hard as I can, and then it gets to the point to where you're like, oh, now they're pushing back, and then you're like, okay, well, I got to go harder because I ain't going home, so I got to go harder. So you go even harder than you thought that you possibly could, and then you just turn to Thanos, and then you know
Hey,
you kind of just you turn to Super Saiyan a little bit, and you and you push it until you can't push no more, and if you get crushed, you still get crushed, and that's what happened. I still got beat, and it don't matter. I'm still here, and I'll go harder next time. But next
So there
time,
will be a next time
oh yeah, oh yeah, I'll run for city commissioner again in 2 years.
in 2 years.
In 2 years. And,
So 2027 or
yep. Two
2027.
2000. Yeah, 27. 2020.
2027, man. Titus Willis.
I mean, come
Everybody,
on,
look,
please, man. We
listen
gotta
to
get
him.
a new face. I'm
Listen
tired
to
of
him.
seeing the same faces.
Yeah, listen to him. And I mean, because you spoke on it, man. It's definitely same last name. You
Yeah,
know that, and I mean that's the story of Owensboro. You know what I'm saying? Same last name controls a lot of you know the things in Owensboro. It's almost a monopoly. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But I definitely feel that we need some new blood, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Definitely somebody who can, because our youth, man, like you said, man, there's nothing for our youth to do.
yeah,
There's a lot of trouble in our young community. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and it's to the point like even myself, I'm getting older, so I'm getting further away from what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
What's happening with the youth and this and that. So someone who isn't as far away from some of the things that these young people are being afflicted with, holding a title in a position to where some can look and be like, if he can do it, I can do it. If
yeah,
he's doing it, I need to, and then come talk to you like, hey, how do I get involved in that? How do I do this? How do I do that? So I
right.
definitely commend you in that, man. Don't give up your what I'm saying, your race and your fight. And definitely I mean, like I said, this is my opinion, and in some situations, definitely like fight back. These people, you have to be heard. In order to be taken serious, people have to hear you like they're hearing you now. This is
Yeah.
probably, you even said it. This is the first time that you had a chance to speak publicly. So take advantage of this. You know what I'm saying? Let the viewers, let the people know who Titus Willis is, what he wants to bring to the table, the changes that need to be made, the things that you see. Because even if
Well,
this may be an interview for you to maybe even run with somebody or even have some support, people need to know.
yeah, I agree. I think what is- I think that was a lot. I'm trying to figure out where to jump in right there.
Go ahead, man. We're
But I think one of the main things is engaging with the youth. Some of the progress is some of the progress gets slowed down. Um, Whenever it comes to things like me, I try to start the youth council. So I met with the mayor. We met with the mayor. Me and DeMarcus Curry, we both met with the mayor to reinitiate the youth council through the city of Owensboro. And it was all going fine and well. I met with different people inside I went to the school boards and talked with different people there. I went to even the Department of Juvenile Justice and talked to some people there. They was going to send the paperwork off to Frankfurt, and then the mayor contacted us, told us that it was going to be through the Owensboro Chamber of Commerce. That we wasn't going to do it through the city of Owensboro no more. But it was like it was me who came up with the whole entire idea to do it, and then I figured out someone else had also been wanting to do it, which was DeMarcus Curry, and he already had the paperwork and stuff. So I was like, well, I'll just do it with him. So me and DeMarcus Curry teamed up and went to the mayor with this. He sends it to the Owensboro Chamber of Commerce. I'm like, you know what? That's a bigger team. That's a better team. Let's with individuals who's on the ground that could really get to it, because you know, so we go there and we start the process with that, and it just gets kind of the progression gets stumbled upon, and it's like we're having meetings every month at one point, and the next thing I know, everybody just stops meeting. Everybody just stops meeting randomly. I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? So I start calling, and I'm like, uh, when's this going to start back up? And they're like, oh well, we rescheduled the meeting. We didn't have a meeting last month, so we're going to have a meeting uh the next couple in the next 2 months or so, and we'll let you know whenever it's going to happen. And I'm like, okay. So then some stuff happens. I get inside of a small conversation because now it's, and remember, I made this announcement. I was going to reinitiate the youth council with the mayor through the city of Owensboro at a meeting. At the Red, White, and Blue Festival whenever I ran for city commissioner my very first time. Okay, so now let's fast forward. Now I'm running for mayor, and now I'm running for city commissioner as a write-in candidate. This last run I just had, and and uh I have a conversation with someone who don't want to allow me to speak at the Red, White, and Blue event this time as a write-in candidate.
Who was
It was Candace Brake.
it?
Yeah.
You
Hey,
the
man,
idiot,
no,
man.
I want to know.
Hey,
No,
yeah,
no,
I see
no,
it,
I
man.
want to know. What you mean?
Yeah,
I want to know.
it was
Who said that you can't
That
speak?
nigga.
it was
Who is it?
Yeah, who is it?
it was Candace Caslin.
Candace, why can't this man speak? He's a write-in candidate. He done everything that he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
followed every step and every protocol that he's supposed to. So why do you feel that he doesn't have a voice? He's a candidate.
yeah,
Take
yeah,
him serious.
yeah.
If this man done everything that he was supposed to do,
You
then
right.
he has a right, man.
You right.
And I want to know who said that he don't have that
You
right.
right.
Yeah,
I put you on blast,
yeah. And
Candace.
I tried to push back a little bit, but
What you mean?
not too much. And
Stand on.
I accepted it, but I did show up and shook hands with everybody and make sure I got in contact with everybody and got my word across the vote for Titus Willis and stuff like that. But after that meeting, after that event, and I had exchanged a few words with her. I was very nice. She was kind of rude. But long story short, I called the Chamber of Commerce again, and they were the ones who hosted Red, White, and Blue event. I called the Chamber of Commerce again, and now they're talking about that they're thinking about inviting Richard Harwood Institute into the youth council as well. But see, now we got things mixed up because I don't agree with the Richard Harwood Institute for multiple reasons. And one of the main reasons is because I study them, and they're from Virginia. So why are you all the way inside of the city of Owensboro trying to fix problems inside of the city of Owensboro whenever y'all got, and they're from Richmond, Virginia to be specific.
Oh yeah,
And
Richmond got their own
well,
Coach Carter.
how come y'all ain't fixing the problems inside of Richmond, Virginia, or inside of the state of Virginia? Why is it that y'all are signing deals with individuals within the city, within private entities outside of it? Because the Owensboro Chamber of Commerce is not. A lot of people think that they're through the city of Owensboro, and they're not. They're actually a private company. They're a private entity. And they hired these individuals to come through with the Leadership Institute. Yeah, it's a big mess. But I said I don't think that we should do it with the with the Harwood Institute, because I don't really agree with what they're trying to do, because what their plan is to like come here and figure out what certain problems is, and then like put it in front of our government officials and try to commit to these changes. But like, where you get this information from, and like, I
Because
I
you
don't
ain't
like.
here to see the problem, so how do you know what's going
Yeah,
on?
we elected our leaders to, what I'm saying, we
Right.
elected people already. That we want who we elected. We don't want some outsourced. Uh, so I was like, yeah, I don't think that would be the best thing, because also, why are we making it? Why are we having this group engage with our youth? We want people from our community engaging with our youth and letting
Right.
our youth run the youth council, because the youth council is about the youth. It's about those supposed to being able to get engaged with the community, host their own events, raise their own money, learn about city government, shadow different people inside of city government. Maybe some individuals go with the mayor and see what he does in city government. Maybe, saying, this is what my vision was.
Yeah.
Saying, I wanted them to get
To
together,
learn
maybe
something.
debate each other and figure out political differences. Maybe not that, but even that's, it's what they want to do. These are all in the scope of what they would decide that they do within the youth council. But then they try to change it into something completely different, trying to invite Richard Harwood Institute inside of it. And I didn't say all that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the reason I'm saying that now is because that was like 6 months ago. And I was like, okay, well, just contact me back. I was nice. Then, okay, just contact me back. I don't think it would be a good idea. Let me know when we're going to have another meeting. No meeting. We were supposed to have a youth council whenever I ran for city commissioner back in 2021. You get what I'm saying now? So it's to the point to where I'm like, oh, hold
We're 4 years later and still no council.
on. Yeah.
So what type of leeway is this other institute made? Have they come in? Have they implemented anything? Have they done anything to your knowledge? Because you still haven't received a phone call yet, right?
No, I still haven't received a phone call, any emails, or anything like that. So I wanted to know more about not Richard Harwood. I wanted to know more about the Harwood Institute, because I met Richard Harwood in person, and he was like, "I hope you win. I hope you win the election." You know what I mean? He's like, and stuff like that, and he's like, "I'm glad to see someone that's young involved inside of city government and involved inside their community." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, I like this guy. I want to see what he's really down here doing. What's it about?" I go to a next meeting. He's not there. One of his peoples is there. One of his staff members are there, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm kind of liking what he's saying. But then I raise my hand and ask a question, and he kind of got an attitude whenever I asked a sophisticated question about well, I don't remember exactly what it's about, but I asked the question, and I remember it's kind of sophisticated, and he kind of got an attitude. And then I raised my hand again and asked another question, which was the question that I just asked you. It was simple, but I did it nicely. I said, I was just wondering, if y'all are from Richmond, Virginia, why are y'all down here trying to fix issues whenever there's a lot of problems inside of Richmond, Virginia? And he got mad. He said, "You need to sit down right now. I'm not answering that question. I'm inside of a community gathering where they gave everybody $20 to come there on a gift card."
What? So they paying people to come to
To the Harwood Institute meetings. So we're all sitting there, and that's the question I asked. He told me to sit down, and the guy, one of my, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you his name.
I'm about to say, Brian's about to ask for it, so you might as well go ahead and get it out. Because Brian's going to get it. This is Charlemagne Jr.
Michael
right
Johnson.
here.
Y'all know Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson texted me. stand up next time you speak. You know what I'm saying? Basically telling me don't let them sit you down. So I stand up and try to ask the question again. And he gets mad, red to the face, and dang near starts screaming and dang near wants to raise his voice and everything at me. I see how mad he's getting. I'm like, what? Okay. I was like,
but you're not wrong for that.
Mm-mm.
You live in this community. You're a
Yeah.
part of this community,
mhm.
and the fact that you're going and you're asking, like you said, those are sophisticated questions.
Yeah.
Like what are y'all doing here? What's your plan here?
Well, that's why I said.
What's going on?
I said, well, I just want you to know. I said, I know Richard Harwood, and I'm running for city commissioner here inside of the city of Owensboro, and that's why I was asking these questions. So you don't got to be disrespectful. And that's what I told him in front of everybody, and everybody was kind of like, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, well, calm down, Titus. Go ahead and take a seat. So I went ahead and took a seat and just looked at him, and he kind of got upset. And at the end, I walked up to him and shook his hand, and he kind of gripped my hand real tight and mean, and you know, but it's fine. I don't trust that organization if they're obviously, you see what I told you. First, they're paying people to come. First,
If you can't
you know,
answer a simple question
from the community and the thing is, he's there asking us questions. The entire community, he's there asking, what's the problem that you face in your community? What's the problem that you got over here? What could we do over? You know what I'm saying? You're asking us questions. Now I'm just
Man,
asking
you
you.
got me going. I'm about to go home and look these people up.
you know what I mean?
As a community
Man, I'm
advocate too, though, because I'm a public advocate for the community, because I'm running for office. You know, so I need to know these things. If you're coming into the community, you know what I'm saying, you should be, and as an entity involved inside of city government, then you should be able to answer a simple question,
Nah, man,
especially if you're saying you're the answer.
they should be coming through you all. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're coming from out of town and you're at this out of town entity and you're coming, here to ask these type of questions, why aren't they getting with our city commissioners? You know what I'm saying? The mayor, the people of this community. You know what I'm saying? The prominent people of these communities that change those type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why did they come down here and ask those people and get with them? Because what was the point of he said they paid him?
Put them on blast. They paying people to come to these meetings to hear them
Hey,
talk.
who was it again?
The Harwood Institute.
Hey, y'all be on the lookout for the Harwood Institute. They might be back in town giving out $20 gift cards. You know what I'm saying?
They said they're gonna come back.
Oh, they come back
said
up
they're
in there. I
coming
want the gift card.
They might. I don't even think they left.
Hey, I'm keeping it 100, man. I want the free 20, man. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna ask some questions too. Hey, I ain't gonna sit down. You're gonna have to make me sit down. Give me another gift card. I'll sit down.
Sir.
Nah, but on a more serious note, man. I mean, just sitting here listening to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've definitely done your due diligence, man. Like, you've done your research.
Yeah.
Like, we're not sitting here with a person that's just saying, hey, man, I want to go run for city commissioner and run for mayor. This guy's really sat down and done his homework,
Yes.
To find out, the proper way to go about being able to do these things. And the fact that you have people that are, deliberately going out their way to try to stop you, man. Like, I mean, just understand that in the totality of it, man. Here you are by yourself, no funding from nobody but out your own pocket for your campaigns, and you have people that are trying to stop you. You have people that are going out their way to stop you, taking your signs out of other people's yards and stuff, and putting different signs in there. I know that myself.
That happened there in America.
Yeah, yes, I know that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard you speak on that.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's big, man.
You have people intimidated.
Yes.
Because if I gotta go out of my way, take somebody's sign out of somebody's yard, and I know my sign's in that yard too, but I feel like, oh my God, his sign. You're intimidated. You know what I mean? Like, if you know you can do it, then why be intimidated?
Yeah, and it's a big deal, you know.
Because it's somebody, man. It's fresh eyes.
Yes.
It's new blood. It's a young, vibrant young man. We're talking about people. When you think politics, man, I mean, it is what it is. You think old white people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We think old white people when we think politics. You know what I'm saying? Old white people that's in their, probably mid-50s, early 60s. You know what I'm saying? Possibly, maybe like 40s. But that's what you think of when you think politics. But here we have this young, vibrant, young black man, 24 years old, like I said, who is really close to the youth. You know what I'm saying? In our community, in age and just period. You know,
And
they know who Titus Willis is.
you
Yeah.
went through what 80% of them going through. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you went through you being
And I lost a
bad,
lot of
running.
friends too.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. If you did a 360.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling, I met like one day, cause you know I go with your cousin, so one
Oh,
day.
hold on,
I'm
man.
married. I'm married.
Put some respect
I'm
on that.
married to your cousin. I was saying. I was saying now I'm married to you.
Oh, Barry,
I'm saying
hey, man,
back
get up there.
in
Don't
high
get us
school.
hurt in here, man.
Back in high school, I was going with your cousin. We was going together. I knew Ty, and she was like, "Man, Ty's still crazy.
Yeah.
Watch out, Tyson Dakota."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then one day we seen you. You had a suit on. And I was like, something wrong with Titus. Something wrong with Titus.
Yep.
I said, something wrong with Titus.
Yeah.
I said, what's going on? See you next day. Had a different suit on. I said,
This might be normal.
something wrong with Titus.
Yeah, they still got.
I said, something wrong with Titus. And then we talked to you, and then you was like, nah, you like your whole conversation was different.
Articulate.
Yeah, and I was like, hey man, I like this Titus. Like it's the Titus. Like I really rock this Titus. Like yeah, like and then like you start doing the your political stuff and
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm proud of you, dog. You did it.
And you know, I went to real estate school and stuff like that. So
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I went to Century Real Estate School out of Louisville, Kentucky, and
That's what's up.
all
man.
that good
You
stuff.
did a lot, man. I'm telling you, if you complete 360, and people that say it ain't possible, it's possible because I've seen it.
Definitely is.
I've seen it.
Every day I see him, he's suited and booted. I don't care, man. Hey, every day I see him, man, he's in a suit, like you said, man.
Was you at the beach? Did you go to a beach?
Which time?
You went somewhere. You was somewhere. It was hot. You had the
And he
suit
had a
on.
suit
Oh
on.
yeah, I go everywhere.
Man, get out. I said, tired. It's
I go
okay.
hiking and everything in the suit.
It's okay to wear normal attire. Sometimes you ain't gotta be. Ain't nobody walk that trail and be like, Titus Willis.
I threw them all away. That's how I don't got them anymore. So inside my closet, I got like 4 blue shirts, 4 black shirts, 4 white shirts, 4. You know what I'm saying? And then I got 4 different black suits, and then I got like
Thank
some
you.
ornaments.
Tell these folks it's not the
and
same
different
suit.
ties.
Tell them that.
Yeah, it's not the same suit.
Thank you.
It's the same.
Thank you.
It's different blue suits, different black suits.
Thank you.
And I switch between the blue suits and the black suits mostly because they're neutral, and I like, you know what I'm saying? I got the salmon pink to wear with like the like tan shirts that I got, but I don't never walk out.
But serious though, man, let's get behind this man. You know what I mean? Like, let's take him serious because he's serious about what he does.
Because one of the main things about Owensboro, if you like, is that you see too many people leaving Owensboro to spend money or make money, which means a lot of people got to work outside of Owensboro and they'll still live in Owensboro, or they go outside of Owensboro to spend money.
Man, you talk about me.
So
because I live in Owensboro.
You talk about me.
I'm talking about
you talking about me.
The way that we do, we gotta bring back businesses we gotta bring businesses to Owensboro and jobs that people want to work here in Owensboro. We gotta bring back family oriented businesses here inside of Owensboro and just bring family orientation back, period, inside of Owensboro.
We got to start hiring convicted felons.
Think about it. Santa Claus
we put a convicted felon as president, man. We need to start hiring convicted felons. I got to go all the way to Henderson to work every day because nobody will give me a job. I mean, the things that you're speaking of. You know what I mean? Like, here I am. I live in Owensboro, but I drive every day. You know what I'm saying?
You get a high-paying job.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, man. When I leave from here, I stop at the grocery store over here. Spend my money over here. I'm tired, man. Go home, man. Ready to go home. But
and then you talking about family fun stuff.
Yeah, here in Owensboro, we create our own family fun.
Yes, like you gotta go to the backyard. But like, I'm tired of going to Evansville, Gatlinburg, Nashville, Louisville, like you said, because there's
even in these small little cities. Santa Claus, Indiana, got Holiday World. You can look at French Lick, Indiana, got Big Splash. You look at all these.
And we got plenty of space, plenty of money, old money around here. So I don't want to say Owensboro, we got plenty of old money right here laying around that can build and get the stuff. They just don't want to do it.
And it's not like these things don't make money. That's one of the.
That's what I'm saying. They make money. Like all the good stuff we had. The golf plans, all that stuff is gone, man. Like we ain't got no go-karts in town, do we? Do we have go-karts in town at all anymore?
I mean, I don't. We do, but they're not. We talking 5 miles.
Where at?
You got Diamond Lakes,
I forgot about Diamond Lakes. I forgot about Diamond Lakes.
but they're
Yeah. But
they're
that's
really
still
for kids only.
that's out there. That
We like
I don't consider that Owensboro. That's hey, that's what was that? That's out there by the Sisters Church,
the crazy thing
St.
is
Mary's.
St. Mary's.
we don't even have an adult fund
We don't.
inside of one. That's the craziest part. I'm like, well, we don't got youth fund. At least we got adult fund. Oh wait, no, we don't. We got the only adult fund is like I said. What we make is all locally put together and grown. You know what I mean?
Meeting at the liquor store.
Yeah,
Meeting at somewhere and chilling in
yeah,
the parking lot. Parking lot pimping.
But that's what I'm
Adult
saying,
thing.
man. We need to get the right people
Yeah.
to listen.
Yeah.
To listen to you. Because like I said, the things that you're saying is exactly what we're lacking and what we need. And it's starting to be not just where it's affecting, people with us poverty stricken type of people, but it's also affecting these people that, quote unquote got some money, middle class, and the upper suburban areas, because that's why things are changing the way it is changing. You see what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
it's not only affecting, the poverty stricken, it's affecting everybody now. And the change is coming, but the change is not for everybody. You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying? The change is only for a select few. But I know what you're speaking on. You're speaking on change for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
For the Owensboroians. Is that how you would say it?
Owensboro.
Is that how you would say it? The people of Owensboro? I ain't from here, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
the Owensboro Legions.
No, I'm just saying,
Nah,
man. No, but I live here, so I definitely care. I always say that just as a joke. But seriously, man, like you need to sit down and people need to listen to you.
and these ain't things that could happen though, like just overnight. The things that I'm talking about happen by actually having a feasible plan, and the feasible plan is looking at what we have already inside of Owensboro that's being underutilized and actually utilized for exactly things that people want here inside of Owensboro. Whenever you look at the building, well, I'm gonna drop some knowledge, and that's the city of Owensboro has over 200 properties that they own inside of the city of Owensboro. Like if you was to look up on the PVA city of Owensboro, it'll show up over 200 properties. I mean, some of those are like OMU and stuff like that. But if you look at the properties that are being underutilized, like let's say the sports center, I feel like the sports center could be utilized a lot more than what it is utilized. I feel like the convention center is only utilized inside of and by a certain select group of people, and for event hosting that like
Don't get me started on convention center. I had my wedding there, boy. I just got my leg back and just got my arm back. Shit, don't get me started. They go get their money.
it's
They go get it.
fact they do got a lot of events happening, but I just feel like it could be better. I just
So
feel like it could be
so
better.
We need to host
Look at
actual artists and actual comedians like Evans Before Center.
yeah.
Why 40 minutes away are they having Kevin Hart's, Mike Epps, and all your big time people?
like when they got
That's
them
what
up
I'm
there,
saying.
I'm just saying they be having people come. They have
Like,
like the
are you
WWE
talking about?
stuff come.
Are you talking about the Elm Theater or something like that?
I'm
That's
talking about the Ford Center over in Evansville. They
I
play
go there all the
basketball.
time. I just went and watched Country
down
Wayne over there at the theater where he's talking
the Elm
about.
Theater.
I just took my son over
Yeah,
to watch
Damn
the
theater.
wrestling.
they getting everybody down there, and it's a small little city. What about our River Park Center? There's so many things that's being underutilized, and the reason why it's being underutilized, the reason why Owensboro isn't on the radar is because whenever talent is looking to expand and they're nearby, no one's on the cell phone like these other cities are on the cell phone. Whenever a company is looking to expand from Evansville or Louisville or wherever it is, they announce that, hey, we're looking to expand. And then they expect these other people to kind of call and negotiate and say, we would like you to come to our city. Saying you got to be on the phone with these people. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's on the phone with these different companies that are looking to expand and making sure that Owensboro is on their radar. And that's what I would like to
And then
do.
we build all these.
But you have
like,
this knowledge. You're sitting here dropping these jewels on us right now. You have the knowledge of these things, of these situations.
Yeah.
So, what is the next step for Titus Willis to implement those things and put those things into action to bring those things here? Because you
Yeah.
definitely have the knowledge. You have the know-how. You're sitting there telling us, man, the proper paperwork, this, and all the things to do. So the next step would to be actually do it. Nobody's doing it. Somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
Why not you? And then once you start doing that, I'm telling you, man, people have no choice but to pay attention, but to listen, but to take, your campaigns and the things that you have to say and the things that you want to do and are doing more seriously. And this is only my opinion. I'm
Yeah.
just giving you my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to downplay anything that you've done before or anything that you're doing, but I'm just sitting there hearing a person that has all this knowledge about, and it's basically just a manifestation of some thoughts at the moment until we put some action behind it. Once that action be put behind it, it's like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was running. Because that's why I wanted to win. Because if we was gonna win, this is exactly what I was gonna do. Is I was gonna try to do everything that I possibly could to make sure that the city of Owensboro was was showing that they were doing everything that they could to support the small business and local businesses that already exist in Owensboro. So whenever calling out to these places, they see that Owensboro is business savvy and successful, and that they show that they want to help their businesses inside of the city, uh, hopefully attracting these other people while retaining our businesses, growing our businesses at the same exact time, but attracting other businesses, bringing new businesses to Owensboro. And that's how you expand the city. That's how you do it, because there's not really, like, what else can we keep doing besides making the government get bigger? I keep seeing the city of Owensboro opening up stuff, but I don't see our people being able to grow from within. Like, what kind of grants does the city of, like, I know they offer grants, but I'm saying we need to make them more available and more feasible for our community to grow. Like, just different things. Whenever it comes to family orientated businesses, I feel like we could give them an incentive. If we incentivize family oriented businesses, I feel like that would be great. I feel like that bring more family oriented businesses here to Owensboro. And just like I said, whenever we work on our local businesses here within as a city and as a community, then that shows that we're fostering a successful business environment. And then we can work on lowering taxes and stuff like that whenever the cash flow starts uh starts starts progressing, because right now there's not a lot of cash flow. Like I said, whenever we do these things, when these businesses come to Owensboro, that also keeps our people in Owensboro, because now they don't have to go to just do their just to get their basic necessities and just to get their basic needs out, to go to Henderson, Evansville, Louisville, Lexington, Bowling Green, Elizabethtown, and all these other places, because those businesses will be right here in Owensboro. Inside of these cities, you never hear of people in Louisville saying, "Oh, I got to go to Owensboro today." No, you don't got to Owensboro. No, you don't.
No, I ain't never heard him call that. I've always heard him speak. Yeah, I ain't going to the side county.
Even I'm talking about dentists and everything on that.
You gotta go all the way to Louisville.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
We need that right here in Owensboro. And until we get that, the money will keep going outside of Owensboro. The jobs will keep going outside of Owensboro. The until we implement the things that I was talking about, the family-oriented businesses won't come. And until we really narrow in on our local businesses that are already here and help them expand, other businesses will not say, "I'm going there." You know what I mean? Because we're not fostering. Well, I feel like we're doing better than ever before, but there's still room for progress.
Yeah. Like I said, man, you know what he's talking about. Yeah, you do. Yeah, he definitely knows what he's talking about. You just got to get in front of the right people that's willing to listen to him. And like you said, man, I think it's a lot of intimidation. Just intimidating on the fact that there's somebody coming in who has a lot of good ideas. And I mean, it's not even just the ideas. I mean, everything he's saying is like hitting the the nail right on the head, man. You know what I mean? But people are scared, man. That's job security, man. You try to come steal somebody's job, that's why they scared.
Yeah, I just think that they're blind.
You already got one foot in the door, man. Go on, step all the way in there, man. Go on, take somebody's position, man.
I had a couple people tell me, they was like, a lot of these people that you're running against has been working for this their whole entire life, so they probably feel like you're infringing on their on their
I ain't
their
saying that.
ability to win.
I mean, man, we live in America. Man.
Hell yeah.
It's America, man. Chance and opportunity.
That's what
You know what I'm
America's about.
saying? I mean, and there's a chance and opportunity for you to go in and make a difference, and I mean truly make a difference. You know what I'm saying? And really go in and really address some of the real issues and the things, and not just say it in a campaign, but actually put in the work to get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I'm all for it. I can't vote, but I make sure that a lot of people vote for it.
Yeah.
No, for real. I mean, I can't vote, but I would definitely be like, hey,
I voted for.
Titus
I wrote your name down.
Thank
I
you.
sure
Thank you.
did.
Thank you.
I sure did.
You know what I'm saying? I know I can at least get you. Man, probably quite a bit like
Hey,
I think
I
next
ain't
time
gonna
we
lie,
can
this
win.
dude right here, he's gonna try and get you the whole city, cause he gonna go up to everybody. Hey,
man,
Titus.
like for real.
I'm
But I mean,
ready.
it just it just comes down to like I said, man. I believe, and it's not just in Owensboro, like just the nation period, man. Like it's just wanting people to stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Like stand on what they say. Stand on, you know what I'm saying, the things that you're promising that you're gonna do and everything. So
And that's what I would really like to show. And that would be that's the American dream. To be able to help your own community, to be able to just to be able to see your community on every single level and see it on every stage and watch it progress and know that you're part of that progression. I feel like that's really that's the American dream. And I think it's feasible, and I think that we can most definitely get it done. I think we can get it done. All we need is a chance, and if I run again and I win, then you'll see that happen. For sure happen.
Well, yeah, Titus, man, I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. I really do. People need to hear you. They need to hear you. They need to know who you are.
Thanks for coming on. Yes, be on the lookout for Titus Willis, man. His campaign movements. Like I said, man, he has some real valid points. He's real knowledgeable about, the process of what needs to be done to get things done around here. I just feel like he just needs, more support and the right people, you know what I'm saying, behind him and just listening to him. So, yeah, definitely be on the lookout for his campaign movement in the near future. Like I said, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you so much.
Proud of you, man. Definitely proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we also, man, got
Merch.
Stand on It podcast.
Come on.
270 merchandise and gear.
True, we got that.
Courtesy of D's Tees. Look her up on Facebook, man. She does an excellent job. You know what I'm saying? Definitely affordable prices.
Even got the plus size.
Yes. Definitely got the plus sizes. And we have merchandise in all colors, school colors and all. No matter what school you go to, you get your hoodie in that color, man.
Paulo, get you a blue one. Davis County, get you a red and white one. Owensboro got the red and black, red and black.
Yeah.
Get that, or you can get the green one.
Support us too. Not just watch it, but buy us something.
Buy something. You can get the green and white. You can get KWC. You can get College View color. It don't matter. You let me know. You let us know. We will. I'm gonna put a link at the bottom of the screen. And yeah,
tap in. Yeah.
But yeah, Titus.
And be on the lookout, man. I know we've been on a little delay. You know what I'm saying? Weather permitted, man. It's been rough out here.
Life.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, life. But we will be getting back on track with more episodes coming in on a weekly like it's been.
We had to make a little adjustment. Had to do it in the living room. A little cold. Studio wasn't. It was. I ain't want to die in the studio trying to record.
They tired of looking at your breath.
Trying to look at my breath coming out my mouth. Yeah, too cold.
Yeah, man. But definitely all the viewers that are to come on, man. We definitely gonna be getting you on there in the near future. We're gonna have a special guest from Union County. We'll be going down there, sit down with the guys from Union County. We got a special guest next week.
Yes, Justin Miller will be on here. The basketball Justin Miller.
Yes, he will
state championship. But yep,
Rocky Maddox, Chad Morris. I mean, if I'm forgetting Miss Ogler, many more. We got a lot. We got a lot of guests coming, man. You know what I'm saying? No, this guy gonna come in here and stand on.
Yeah. Well, I'm your host, Facade.
And I'm your host, Byron. Until next time.
See ya.